Today, I'm showing you how to spend one day in Capri without wasting a single second. So let's get to it. I've put together two different itineraries to match different travel styles. So if you want to just skip to that part, just go to this chapter right here. The only way to reach Capri is by boat. Private charters are an option, but the most budget-friendly way is by tourist ferry. I highly recommend using the Ferry Hopper app to compare prices and schedules and to book your tickets online. You need to book your ferry tickets in advance, especially in the peak season, which is mid-June, July, and August. The ferries are almost always fully booked and they do sell out really fast, so please book those tickets. Once you arrive in Capri, you're sure to realize how chaotic the port is. A lot of taxis, a lot of tourists with luggage, a lot of private charters, one of the busiest places. So I'm going to tell you how easy it is to navigate, so you go prepared. But before you start your journey on Capri, you have to make one stop at the port, which is Salumaria da Aldo. Wow! Their caprese sandwich will be one of the best caprese sandwich you will ever eat in your life. So you can also pre-book a private tour to the Fragaglioni, which are the iconic rocks in Capri, and to the Blue Grotto, which has really nice blue sea. You have to pre-book this. I've attached the link in my bio as well. Did you know that over 70% of people who watch travel videos never subscribe? If you love travel tips that actually save you time and money, please hit that subscribe button. It's free and supports me to keep creating content just like this for you. Now, onto my two itineraries of how to spend a day in Capri. So, you've got two options. One is exploring mainland Capri, as I like to call it, which is the east side of the island, or else you can go and explore Anna Capri, which is the west side of the island. Mainland Capri is where you're going to find the most famous spots, such as the Fragaglioni and the Giardini di Agosto, while Anna Capri offers a more laid-back vibe, where you can visit Monte Solaro and Villa San Michele. For the Anna Capri itinerary, jump to this time over here because I'm going to talk about the mainland Capri itinerary right now. So since it was our first time at Capri, we decided to do the most famous touristy spots and we just wanted to enjoy the beach because it was mid-July. Now, to get to the Capri Center, also called Piazza Umberto I, from Marina Grande, you have two options. Either take almost 100 steps up to the center, or else there is the funicular, which is a very good, nice option. Instead of going uphill, it only costs $2.40. To get the tickets, once you walk off the pier from your boat, take a right, and there's the ticket booth right there. And then you have to go on the opposite side. There will be a huge banner that says funicular, so don't worry. And it goes up every 10 to 15 minutes, so it's very frequent, so no hassle, although there might be some queues, especially in the peak season. So once you get to the Piazzetta de Capri, you can relax and enjoy the incredible views that there are and go take a coffee from the cute cafes in the piazza. When you're done from that, you're gonna see that the piazza leads to a lot of narrow, winding roads. So go explore, enjoy yourselves, and then head down to Giardini di Augusto. Giardini di Augusto are these botanical gardens that have an amazing view of the Fragaglioni as well, and it's only €2.50 to get in. When you're done exploring the Giardini, head down to Via Krupp, which is exactly next to it, and it's this also very beautiful winding road, as you can see. And as you walk along the coast, you also have incredible views of the Fragaglioni rocks and incredible views of Capri. When you keep walking along Via Krupp, you're going to come across many private beaches as well, but then at the end of the pathway, you're going to come to Spiaggia di Marina Piccola, which is one of the only free beaches in Capri. There are a lot of private beaches around it as well, but it is one of the bigger areas of a public beach that there are. But again, if you're gonna go in a peak season, it's going to be jam-packed. And with temperatures at 39 degrees, it was unbearable to stay there at noon. So then what we did, we took a swim, and there are multiple restaurants around it. So we went to get some shade and stayed playing some card games in the shade for almost 3 hours, just so we don't stay in the sun. And here is where I recommend that if your goal in Capri is to spend a long day at the beach, I would recommend going to a private beach club and renting a sunbed and an umbrella, or just an umbrella. It is really needed in these very, very high temperatures. Now, below I have attached a Google Maps list with all the free beaches that there are in Capri. And I should also warn you about the restaurant prices in Capri. So a cocktail, a simple limoncello spritz or an Aperol spritz, go for minimum 17 euros. A glass of Coke or any soft drink would go for above 3 euros. And then as for food, it's also on the expensive side. Like pizza margherita minimum was 12 euros. So those are the prices that you're gonna find. Then around 4 p.m. after another swim, we decided to head back to the center, which was only a 20-minute walk. There is an option to get the bus, but the problem with the bus is that there are these really tiny buses, like tiny buses, and they're always packed as well. So we said, let's just walk it. We take in more of the scenery, we see more of Capri in the meantime, and we really enjoyed it, although we were literally sweating buckets, but it's fine. Then we got back to the Capri Center, and that's where we took our lemon sorbet. It is a must in Capri. You have to have their lemon sorbet, either in the nice lemon or else in a cone or a cup or something. There are a lot of nice small boutique stores with handcrafted items from Capri, the famous Dior stores. So we went around and checked everything out. It was really pretty. Then after we were done shopping and eating our ice cream, we headed back down to Marina Grande using those 100 steps that I had mentioned before. There's always the option of going down with the funicular, but at the time the sun had already started going down, so it wasn't hot anymore, and again we wanted to explore and see by walk. So we went down. Now, exactly next to the Marina Grande, there is Spiaggia di Marina Grande, where you can swim, and it is a public beach and you can swim. So it was the perfect way for us to end the day. We went for another swim and we waited on the beach until it was time for us to go catch our ferry back home. Now, our second itinerary, the Capri itinerary. So from Marina Grande, take the bus to Capri, which is around 20 minutes, and the bus tickets are quite cheap, around €2. And then you can take the famous chairlift, which is one chair per person, to the summit of Monte Solaro. The chairlift costs around €12 and takes around 12 minutes to get up as well. From the summit of Monte Solaro, you can enjoy the most spectacular views of Capri. And then after you're done exploring, you can either take the chairlift back down, or else you can decide to walk, which is around 30 minutes to get from the summit back down. If you decide to go down by walk, you can buy the Cetrella Hermitage, which is also one of the most beautiful things on Capri.